Hey guys, I hope you've been doing well and I hope that you're keeping safe. In this video, we are looking at the HP Ink Tank 316 printer. I know ink tanks are becoming a fad. We are seeing them more often these days, mostly because of the supposedly economical printing. And inside the box, we get a couple of manuals. We do get an instruction manual. We get a little bit on the warranty details and also the process when you repack the product. So this is about the display controls. When you repack the product and you transport it again, what are you supposed to do? And then we have the print heads, one color and one black and white. And we have some more documentation, and there's a lot of documentation in different languages. So again, you use what you need to use, and good packaging so that it doesn't move away. And these are the ink bottles. There's black, cyan, magenta and yellow. So inside this box, these bottles are neatly packed and vacuum packed. There you go. That's magenta, that cyan is already out, and that's yellow. And inside we also have the USB cable and the power cable. So don't plug in the USB cable right away, or even the power cable. The first thing that you have to do as soon as you unbox the printer is put in the ink. That's what you're supposed to do first. And the same has been mentioned on the sticker on the printer here, which you can easily remove. So the bottles have been very well designed. Each bottle, first you have to unscrew the cap, pull the sticker out that prevents the ink from falling out, and then screw the cap back in. To pour in the ink, pull the cap, tank's cap out, and then this time only open the tip of the cap of the ink bottle and just push it in. So it has a very well designed mechanism such that only when it sits in this place the ink will flow out. Even if you tilt the bottle otherwise, the ink will not flow out. So as you can see, this is the mechanism, guys. The the ink bottle, I mean, for the ink to float, it has to sit in that place. Only then the ink will float. So you don't have to worry about, as you can see, it's flowing very well as it is sitting right on top of the placeholder. So there we go. Put the caps back in to cover the tanks. It's very important. The next step is to put in our print heads. For that, plug in the power cable, turn on the printer, and you have to wait for the print head holder to come into the middle of the printer. So there is a small orange cap. This is basically a protective device, that's all, which you'll have to remove and discard. So as you can see, the holder which is just moving left and right. So you have to wait for it to come into the center where it is marked, one is magenta, one is black. So once it is in the center, the orange cap, as you see the arrow to the right, you need to twist that, and then this is the push down button. It's a very gentle push. Give it a push down and then it'll go up automatically. Now pull out the orange cap. So simple. First twist the orange cap to the right, next push the blue button down so that it'll pop up. Don't push it hard, it's just a gentle press. Push it down and it goes up. Next step, we just have to install our print heads. So we have two print heads. One is black and one is color, which is going to take ink from all the three color tanks, right? And just make sure that you don't touch the circuitry that is here. When you reveal the tape, just make sure you don't touch it. And there is also the collector, the flow for the ink, the holder for the ink. So you pull that orange cap out and you throw it away. That's fine. So once you pull the tape, don't touch those heads. And it's a very simple and a very gentle slide in. Make sure you're putting in black when you're putting in the black cartridge. Yeah, it's a very simple slide in, and keep gently pushing it until it snaps. You'll hear a snap. and then do the same thing for the tricolor print head. So you will see that this one has 3 holes. Obviously it's going to take in ink from 3 tanks, right? We put in cyan, magenta and yellow, so ink is going to flow into these holes and into our paper. So pull the pull the orange seal away, throw those orange caps, and then gently push until it snaps. That's it. And I'm sorry about the focus here. Yeah, so as you can see, this blue holder, blue press, this time press it down, again it'll go inside. So again, if you press it down, it'll go up. So you can see the pins for the pins are perfectly in the holes, right, in the holes of the print head. So once you're done, cover this tray and we move on to the next step. Just pull out the output tray and pop out the input tray. Let's put in some white paper in the input tray. And now the next step, you will just notice that make sure the paper is sitting fine. You'll notice that it is a blinking P. So you need to wait until it comes to a blinking A. So I waited, but it did not. But in that case, you're supposed to hit the resume button, which is the document feeder button. So as soon as I did that, it became an A. So once it becomes an A, it's going to print one test paper. So it just kept blinking as P. So I hit the button for 3 seconds and then it became an A. So once you do that, it'll print a test paper automatically. This test paper is supposed to help with the alignment and it's supposed to improve the print quality if you scan it. So what you do is put it in the scanner, put it on the scanner bed, and then hit color copy. Color copy is the second button from the bottom. And you'll get this printout. Now this printout doesn't mean anything, it's just an ink fill reminder, but you can be assured that the alignment is better and the print quality is supposedly improved. The next thing you want to do is install the HP drivers on your system. Even if you don't do it, print copy scan function will work. I was even able to give a couple of printouts, but still it's always good to have the drivers. So go to 123hp.com, key in the driver and install the software that gets downloaded. Now, while during this process I had to allow some permissions for some reason. My system blocked it, but in that case you just have to key in your password a couple of times and you'll be done. So as soon as the software is installed, you also have this option of cartridge protection, where your cartridge won't work somewhere else if somebody just steals them and puts it somewhere else, right? So you can enable that if you would like. I just skipped it. And then you also have statuses. If you want alerts, you can configure them, and which also I skipped. I didn't want constant alerts, and yeah, I kept them off. And then it's going to ask you where are you going to use this printer. Just tell it. I don't know why it wants to know. And then just add the device to your list of devices and you're all set. You can print the test paper if you want, but I didn't do it. It's optional and your printer is ready for use. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day ahead. Peace.